You know, something just feels right about having this music play. Hey everybody, welcome back to more Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 2. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we came back to Thor's. This time we're going to be exploring around the grounds for the night before our final free day. It feels like the press have to work at the famous Ashen Chevalier into everything lately. It's kind of wild to have the talk of the country standing right in front of me. Especially since you don't really look like a celebrity, you just seem like me. Well, I am. Nothing special. I'm gonna go and talk to female student. Now the Wars family of the continuations of stories I've been following are finally hitting the market. I'm gonna take this and this for now. I can't wait to spend tomorrow just relaxing and reading in here. And... hey? Is this... is it like the extra stuff? I'm not sure. And I want to... whatever, it's fine. So, the library has a bunch of lore. Yeah, lots of lore to be had in the library. There's those 4 shelves. There's a bunch of shelves over here. The library is a cool place to just kind of chill out if you are interested in the lore at all. Next stop will be the Student Union building. And I am going to go through in order of the get us extra stuff. So, first off, we want to, well, yeah, we'll talk to, hold up, just want to check, Ferris first. I've been appointed the new captain of the Academy's lacrosse club. I swear on my name as a Florald, fulfilling the numerous duties that come with the title. Though perhaps bringing my rivalry with Elise to its conclusion by the end of the month will take precedence for now. That will get Ferris, new captain. She was appointed to the lacrosse club's new captain, role she seems more than happy to take on. Then talking to Teresia. The Imperial Army will be establishing a major new air fleet soon, you know. So Emily and I are going to sign up. You can imagine how well Father took the news, but we managed talking around to the idea. Emily's already fired up like at the thought of being officer like Captain Claire one day. That will get us Teresia. Air fleet, despite her father's objections, she decided to join the Imperial Army's new air fleet. Emily. And I believe that also gets Emily's note. She is going to be joining a new air fleet with Teresia and hopes to one day be as capable an officer as Claire. I believe you can talk to either of them to get that note. That pair of notes, rather. Just want to double check. Okay. One more person will grant us a note here in the Student Union building, which is that if we go up to the 2nd floor and the farthest door on the left and talk to Fidelio. Rex and I sent in some of our war photos to the Imperial Chronicle. They really loved them. We even received special recognition during the last Pulitzer Prize ceremony. That in turn led me a man named Norton, who offered me a job at the Chronicle, which I graciously accepted. I plan to use that position to spread the truth to as many people as possible. Now we'll get Fidelio, journalist who received a special recognition in the giving of the last Pulitzer Prize, will be joining the Imperial Chronicle. If we try to go into the Student Council building room right now, since someone's talking inside. Oh, and about next year's entrance ceremony. Don't worry, I've got all the arrangements sorted out. Excuse me, could you say this for me, please? Hold on just a sec, I'll be right there. Sounds really busy. Should probably go and check in on the engineering building first. So yes, you have to check in with Valimore, and then things are aside. Oh, this was the Occult Research Society's room. Can't see any sign of Beryl either. Maybe the club's been closed. Understandable if it has been. It's scary just how fast the time is going. Sorry they couldn't accept your request, though. Don't worry about it. By the sound of it, there will be only one chess club next year anyway, for both the upper and lower class students to use. Live your life how you want to. I couldn't ask for anything else. Thank you. I can't believe Moggs and I have known each other for an entire year now. Time really flies. All the late nights we spent together battling out over a chessboard. Just the thoughts make me all emotional. Oh, come on now. There's nothing to cry about. We're lucky to have been students here. Not only do we get great classmates, but we've got great second years too. And yes, I'm including Crow. Still, I'll always be a little bit bittersweet with Crow. Oh yeah, my brother finally got back to Crosswell. He just showed up out of nowhere back home, though. Yeah, it's kind of a big deal, though, given how long he's been out of touch. I was out fishing and missed the whole thing. Yeah, it sounds like Kenneth. Oh god, that's very expensive. Yikes.
You feeling any better now? I mean, endless ocean of work aside, honestly, the work's not all that bad. It's kind of nice to get back to a mundane life after so long away. I think my time in Crossbow helped me realize what's important, like spending time with everyone here. If you say so, just don't forget to rest up. You'll be busy again soon enough. Sitting in the clubroom as the sun sets, reading and writing with Dorothy, I really love times like these. I hardly realized just how much until recently, truth be told. It's kind of sad to think that come next month, this will all be a memory. I actually was a little lost when, about what to do when I graduate. My heart's finally set on becoming a writer. So I've been submitting my work to every literary magazine I can find. Literature is an important part of our culture, so I don't want a award to ever make us lose sight of that. If I can do that through a profession I love, well, all the better.
Dorothy, please don't put any yaoi stuff into the historical events.
Oh yeah, I'll be passing the second year training regimen down to you tomorrow. It's crazy hard, but you're ready for it, aren't you? Give me a hell yeah! Of course! It's gonna be Emily's and Teresa's final days as members of the lacrosse club. It's one of the last days we'll really get to spend with them. But make the most of it. Fair's been working real hard to take up the role of captain now that we're leaving. We might have hit a rough pact or two along the way, but it's good to know that I can graduate worry-free now. That hangar's in use already from what I hear. Not much, but it's a start. It'll probably be used way more in the future, though. Might even end up with sold-out related classes thanks to it. It makes me kind of feel like I'm graduating too soon.
I can't say I don't know how you feel, but I think we should just believe in the first years now. They've grown a lot since their first day. They'll be fine.
I suppose that's true.
It's hard to believe tomorrow will be our final free day here at the academy. Maybe I should show my face at the salon at some point. Try not to end up with any regrets, okay?
It's been an eventful 2 years here, but a fun 2 years nonetheless. Look at me getting all down like it's over. We've still got time to enjoy it!
Now you filled me in on everything you were up to over in Crossbell. To think you used to need my help to get onto the radio. Nowadays, the radio follows you! It's very, very impressive, but, just take care, okay? Monk, we didn't use your services much at all, but I'm glad that they were there regardless.
What's with the sour face? Come along, eat up. What you need to down is a warm meal. There's nothing like a full stomach to bring a smile to your face.
It's hard to believe the second years only have a couple of weeks left here now. Still remember the day they enrolled you like it was yesterday. Yeah, I think I'll treat him to something nice tomorrow.
It's nice to see just everyone acting so nice and, again, it's just relaxed. There's not really any tension here.
I mean, we haven't felt much tension well, we've been feeling a lot of tension in this game for a long time, pretty much the entire game, but now it's just peaceful. I'm just double checking. I don't believe either of these two or any of these three people back here offer anything, so just talk to them.
The flowers inside all of our hearts have seen better days, mine and Fee's included, but that's nothing to worry about. I'm sure that spring's warm caress will thaw them out and return them to normal.
New seeds are planted to finally start to sprout. It'll be a while before we get to see any flowers, though. I was hoping I'd actually have the chance to raise these ones myself, but it wasn't meant to be. It's kind of sad for Fee, just wanted to see something grow, but instead all she got was dumb self-growth. Ugh. Where in the world my little sugar plum have disappeared to? Merceman will be glued to the arm of a fiancé as delectable as I am. Vincent must just be feeling shy. There's not much time until he graduates, though. I'll have to find him so we can spend his final hours at Thor's together. I love Margarita. He is such a fun character. We're gonna pop into the gym, where we have two people to talk to. With Friedel.
Instead of going home once I graduate, I plan on going on a little journey. I've weighed all my options, and this one stood well above the rest. I'm curious to see how far my swordsmanship can take me, so if nothing else, it should be a very interesting experiment. I decided to ask Loggies to join me as well, so let's see how he replies. So then that gets us Friedel. Journey. After graduation, she intends to set off on a journey to test her swordsmanship and has invited Loggins to come along. Loggins. Where is Loggins? Is he? No, it's Alan that we talked to. Looks like I'm Finally able to go toe-to-toe with Patrick. It's got all of Bridget's support over the year to thank for that. These aren't my laurels to rest on. A good boyfriend aims higher to make sure that he can always keep his girlfriend safe.
For her, he is determined to become stronger than ever in order to protect Bridget, his new girlfriend. Oh, it's you, Schwarzer. Is it true you're going to be helping the student council again tomorrow? I would have imagined one in your position would have taken the opportunity to rest, but I suppose that's just not your way. And for better or for worse, that's just how I am. How are things back at home, by the way? I've heard things are still kind of chaotic over in the Sutherland province. So it seems. Certainly been keeping my father busy. Sutherland will be returning home to help him, so I imagine he'll be able to stay on top of things, but... What is it to you how my family is faring? Do you have enough to worry about as things stand? Well, no shortage of scores to settle with you, so I appreciate it if you got back to being your own self. Otherwise, somebody will end up speeding ahead of you before you know it come next month. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Patrick is also a very good minor rival. Obviously, Crow is the main rival, but Patrick's good as just another minor antagonist, I guess. Having trades against Laura is a little panic-inducing, sure, but I can't let that put me off of trying. I won't get better if I never push myself. Then let our race begin. Expect nothing short of your best. Of course! It's a true joy to see the strides Monica's made since she first started swimming. People like water, always shifting, always churning, even when they look calm on the surface. I've no doubt plenty was happening beneath the surface for her. And finally, we got Casper. It's official. Once Clyde graduates, he's going to the Imperial Army. In fact, that's where he is right now, doing some sort of training program. Someone to pick his brain about some stuff, giving them a new captain of the swimming club. Oh well. And that is it for Casper. Oh, one thing, gotta show this off. It's the same dialogue as last game, but this is the girls' locker room. If I walked in, my death would be swift. Blissful, but swift. I believe that is the same dialogue as in Cold Steel 1, if you attempt to do that. So, yeah, just wanted to show that off. Also to show off is that the loading screen has changed once again. I will put it on screen now if I remember correctly. No guarantee that I do. It is showing off the Class 7 members at the top of the main building here at Thor's. The field, I believe, has a few people that we can talk to. Yes, we do. Start by talking to Paula. I've been chosen as the next riding club captain. I don't feel like Yusuf would be the right person for the job, though. Still, it's my responsibility now, so I'm doing an even better job than he would. And that would be... New captain, appointed new captain of the riding club. She believes Yusuf would be better for the job, but still wants to do her best. And then if we'd go and talk to Lambert... I have my heart set on joining the Imperial Cavalry after graduation. We live in rapidly changing times, but that only makes it more important for me to chart Erebonia's path as both a noble and a soldier. Besides, this provides me an opportunity to put my Thor's education to good use. The lessons I learned from the Civil War, too. Why did I come to this conclusion, you ask? I suppose it was Eustace's influence, and that of a dearly departed fellow second year. Imperial Cavalry, he plans to join the Imperial Cavalry, part of the Imperial Guard, and assess where Erebonia stands as a noble soldier. That brings us over to Eustace. To Eustace, thank you. I don't nearly as much to the riding club this year as I do to our class. But Town of Thorns wouldn't have been nearly as interesting if I hadn't joined. I consider myself lucky to have done so. Happy to hear that. Still, Rena, from what I understand, my brother owes you a lot for what you've done during your stay in Crossbow. I wouldn't say that. While I was there, I saw the extent of his political skills over and over again. Well, I feel like I only now know just how much he's capable of. In both good ways and bad, I assume. I thought I knew him like I thought I knew my father, but in the end, they're both strangers to me. Sorry, Eustace. Well, enough about me. I just wish he could have seen his duty as one of the Academy's directors through the end of the year, that's all. So it's been a hectic one, that much is sure. I just wish my brother could have seen his duties as an Academy director through it. I feel real bad for Yusuf because, I mean, that is a very true thing and a very sad thing that he brings up. The fact that his brother was basically lying to him this entire time, and well, lying to everyone, and keeping a ton of things secret, and was an antagonist. All sorts of messed up stuff. Yeah, okay, yo, wee bomb. I heard you're ready for the flea market tomorrow. I'm gonna outsell you so hard you have to nut chest but to admit I'm the better merchant. Becky, if you're only just now declaring war, you've already lost. Any merchant worth his salt would have known the battle started the moment the market was announced. Did I overestimate you again? Keep at it, mate. You won't be laughing for long. Can't wait to wipe that smug look off his face tomorrow. I think it's about time I proved something to her once and for all. My knowledge of marketing theory is nearly perfect, and approaches like hers stand absolutely no chance against it. Or do they? I still can't believe they're actually keeping the Ashen Knight here at the Academy. Well, yeah, the Ashen Knight and his pilot are both seen as heroes. They ended the war, after all. The entrance exams were crazy this year, too. Everyone really wants to get in after everything has happened. No doubt. Who wouldn't want to go to some place where you might end up with your own knight? I wonder what kind of students manage to get in. Well, that's enough about that for now. We still gotta figure out our plans for the free day tomorrow. Want to check out the thing doing in the auditorium? Oh, yeah. Head back to your dorm. Later then. And the award for most uninteresting conversation goes to that guy. I think we can tackle the engineering building stuff now.
Oh.
Hey there, Rain.
Looks like someone's done with class for the day.
Yep, just got out. Wait, is that?
Yep, Angie's brand new bike.
We started building it for you, but then we had a change of heart. I just couldn't tear you away from your current ride after you'd grown so attached.
Now I feel bad, considering I pretty much did just that to you. Your new one's got a pretty cool design, though.
Don't get too jealous. Specs are pretty much the same as yours. Well, before Angie tunes it up and adds her custom gear for distance riding, that is.
But distance riding would mean... You're planning on going off on some big journey, aren't you?
10 points to Rain. I just felt like it was time for me to go out and see the world for myself. My martial arts teacher did the same thing once, so I'm sure it'll be a valuable experience for me. The plan for now is to travel through the entirety of Zemuria.
That's not a very specific plan, and a pretty sizable journey.
You can say that again. I have no idea where she finds the energy.
Oh, really now? Your plan to visit the continent's most famous engineering factories is pretty much exactly the same thing.
You really think so?
I take it you'll be leaving Erebonia for a while too, George?
Seems that way. First stop's Laburl and ZCF. Always wanted to see it. After that, I got my heart set on a trip to the Epstein Foundation over in Le Mans State. While I'm at it, I think it'd be nice to pay a visit to the Verne Company in Calvert, too.
Will you even be able to get into Calvert at this point?
Hey, I didn't say it'd be easy, but I think I can pull some strings. The real reason for this trip is to figure out what I can do as an engineer to help smooth over our international relations. Meeting the continent's finest engineers and discussing things with them should really help get the ball rolling on that.
You've thought that far ahead. That's really admirable. I hope you can find a way to make that happen, even though I feel kind of hypocritical saying that, as someone who participated in the war.
Don't beat yourself up over it, Reen.
You have nothing to be ashamed of. That was your only option, given the way the Chancellor set things up. Your actions actually helped us avoid an even longer, more brutal war.
But...
Angie's right. You played a role that no one else could have. Just think. If things kept going the way they were going, we could have been at war with all of Crossbell. I don't even want to imagine the number of lives that would have been lost if you hadn't stepped in the way you did.
Of course, us telling you whether or not you should feel guilty doesn't matter. It all comes down to you facing your own feelings over what you did. But there's one thing we'd like you to remember as you do. You're not alone, Rain. You've got friends who understand why you did what you did.
Sometimes I wonder how I was lucky enough to get such good ones. Thanks, you guys. This really helps.
Don't mention it. On a completely different note, why don't you pay Valimar a visit while you're here? We spared no expense making sure he'd be nice and cozy in there.
I think I will. But not to discredit your coziness efforts or anything, but he seems fine no matter where I leave him.
Well, aren't you a sweet chevalier? Maybe I'll check in on him in a bit too.
See, Angie, when you say that, it sounds very weird. Anyways, that will get us some more notes. Engineering tour. He wants to visit a famous engineering factories across the continent to expand his knowledge as an engineer. As for Angelica, after graduation, she wants to ride her new orbital bike around the continent to see lots of different things. I can imagine my father wasn't exactly thrilled with my decision, but he gave in, eventually. I suppose I should be grateful for having such an understanding father. And such a hard head. There's no telling I'll be back, but I guarantee that I'll be even more awe-inspiring than I am now. Oh, and the stories I'll have to tell. You've got a lot to look forward to. This tour is not going to be easy with the international climate the way it is, but I'm still excited to get it started. I'm going to learn a ton about technology, about how a nation's culture affects its people and its engineers. I can't wait. I hope that seeing all that stuff helps me figure out what I should be doing with my future, too. And I think on that note, we will end things off for this time. Next time, we'll visit Valimar and go through the main building of campus. But until then, see you guys later.